Miami, South Beach, the biggest wrestling event of the year, bikinis, booze, and beaches, and the biggest wrestling party ever. The Pro Wrestling Report presents the Shenanigans Beach Party, hosted by Big Sexy Kevin Nash and Sean X-Pac Waltman. Join us at one of the best clubs on South Beach, Ocean's 10, located at 960 Ocean Drive, on Friday, March 30th, starting at 7 p.m. for live music, bands, drinks, and a ton of shenanigans. The Shenanigans Beach Party will feature appearances by Billy Gunn, TNA TV champion Robbie E., former WWE Tag Team Champions The Headbangers, Shane Hurricane Helms, along with others, in special appearances by Arda Ocal and Jimmy Corderas of The Score, Justin LeBar, and Josh Eisenberg of Chair Shots Reality, and the PWR team of Damian Nelson, David Hero, and the Coyote Ugly Calendar Girl, Linda Kay. Tickets for the biggest wrestling party ever are on sale now at PWRshow.com and start at just $15. VIP tickets, which include a private meet and greet along with early access, are available for only $99 each, but quantities are very limited, so buy now. Tickets are going fast for the PWR Shenanigans Beach Party, so buy yours now only at PWRshow.com. And don't miss out on the biggest wrestling party ever. Hosted by Kevin Nash and Sean Waltman. The following is a presentation of the Pro Wrestling Report. Informative, entertaining, and real since 1998. Welcome to PWR Ask the Booker, answering your questions about the inner workings of pro wrestling each week. And now, let's find out which question was selected for this week's episode of Ask the Booker.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report, Ask the Booker. It's the Tuesday edition of the Pro Wrestling Report here at PWRshow.com. My name is Damian Nelson, sitting alongside David Hero. And in this episode, what we do is answer our selected question of the week and give the answer from a Booker standpoint. I almost said jobber because of the way you're over here trying to distract me while I'm being host of the year.
I would never call you a jobber intentionally.
Let's go to this week's question, ladies and gentlemen, which comes to us via email from...
How else would you get it when you say email your questions to ATB?
I didn't have the right page in front of me, so I inserted the via email so I can get to the page I needed to be at.
Okay.
Thank you very much
So
for
you're
exposing
stalling.
me to the world.
Well, you're dropping the fourth wall on you anyhow. What's the difference? Look at this set.
Sexy, isn't it? It's set and sexy. Does that work?
Setting?
Set and sexy.
Sure.
Sexy and set. Cameron Wims from Springfield, Washington.
Is that where the Simpsons are from? Is it?
I believe it is, yes. Well, how far is Quahog or Quahog from...
What?
The Family Guy city? That's Quahog, right? That's in Rhode Island, isn't it? It's all the same out in the east, you know.
Yeah,
Cities are real
it's all
close.
pretty similar.
Delaware basically doesn't exist.
No?
Well, it's in the middle. Let's get right to it. I wanted to know, this is a question from Cameron, he says this. I wanted to know from a Booker standpoint, that's you, what are the key factors to putting on a big event like Starrcade, Bound for Glory, and or WrestleMania? What are the key factors to putting on those events? Is the question that comes from Cameron.
Well, there's really only one true factor besides having an amazing building and a tremendous PR firm. You need to have a story. You need to have what you're building towards. You have to have the story for that main event, whether it be The Rock and John Cena talking about it for a year, or Starrcade when it was Hogan versus Sting, the build-up for that. You need to have something where the fans get emotionally invested and the fans want to buy the pay-per-view.
Tickets and on TV.
Absolutely, and lately there haven't been a whole lot. Right now everything happens so quick from month to month, there's no story build-up for anything. That's why this year's WrestleMania has really two stories, Taker and Triple H, and John Cena and The Rock. And that's what's going to sell out Miami.
And some of these events, though, sell themselves. The Royal Rumble, I think, to a degree sells itself.
Oh, yeah.
WrestleMania, to a degree,
Rumble,
sells itself.
Survivor Series, SummerSlam, the big four, I mean, those will always sell out.
But here's the big difference as far as pay-per-view buys. You may sell 300,000 buys for the Royal Rumble. for a random Vengeance or Hell in a Cell or Elimination Chamber, you might sell 250,000 buys. There's a difference there of 50,000. But WrestleMania, you may sell 1 million.
1 million at
So,
$50 to $60 a pop.
while some of those events do sell themselves, you still need something else
But
to get the rest of that
WrestleMania
audience.
is like the Super Bowl. It's like the World Series. It's like any World Cup. It's the biggest event in wrestling. So that the casual fan is going to order. People will have a big WrestleMania party if they want to.
Oh, good answer. Thank you very much for that question, Cameron Wims from Springfield, Virginia. And you can send your question into PWR Ask the Booker, ATB at PWRshow.com. That's ATB at PWRshow.com. And your question may very well be selected to be read on air and answered right here on this program. So, thank you so much for tuning in. We're back with you again Thursday night for Sudden Impact Radio. Until then, for that one, this is Damian Nelson saying thank you so much for joining us here at PWRshow.com.
Saturday, March 31st. History will be made for internet wrestling fans. 3 of the biggest shows for wrestling commentary will come together for a WrestleMania weekend special. Pro Wrestling Report's Damian Nelson and David Hero will join with Aftermath's Artur O'Cal and Jimmy Corderas, who will join with Chairshot Reality's Justin LaBar and Josh Eisenberg for a WrestleMania special weekend. Friday from 7 till close, join the 3 shows at the 2nd annual Kevin Nash WrestleMania party at Ocean's 10. VIP tickets are $99. General admission ticket is $15. Tickets can be purchased at PWRshow.com. Saturday, history will be made as the 3 shows come together on camera. 1 p.m. at Shuckers Bar and Grill. Come be a part of the taping for the WrestleMania special that will air WrestleMania Sunday on WrestleZone.com. All ages are welcome to come get their face on camera during the taping, then hang out with the whole crew on the beautiful patio at Shuckers Bar and Grill.